Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 95 of Like, Share, Follow. And this week I have Celina Vaz, who's the marketing specialist at BUSCH Australia, New Zealand. So welcome, Celina. How are you going?
Good. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on your show, Karen. Thank you.
And we were just discussing that you've graduated, you were a social media student at UniSC, and you graduated last year and then moved to Melbourne. So tell me the whole story of what's been happening since you graduated and then to me talking to you right now.
Yes, so I've done this big move from the Sunshine Coast to Melbourne, and I'm currently working as a marketing specialist at BUSCH Australia, New Zealand. It's been good. It's definitely been a change. I miss the beach and I miss having taking walks along the beach, but the city's here. It's amazing. Since I graduated uni has been a very big experience for me because it's very different to anything that my friends have been doing because I moved here from India. So it was a whole new world for me getting into this stage of my life. But yeah, it's been pretty good. Made lots of memories. I've learned a lot, lots of ups and downs, but yeah, got there in the end.
Oh, good. Well, I'd like to hear your advice from that a bit later about what you learned from that. And so
Yeah.
what your career, because you've started your career a little while ago. So what has been the best advice, career advice that someone else has given you?
I think it's being true to yourself. Always make the best choices for you. There's people's opinions of you, and I think when you're starting out as a grad, it's really hard to say that I've done this and for a company and actually prove it because you're a new grad. If you have the skills and if you have the confidence, I think you can do any job in the world. Like, all you need to do is have the confidence. I think that that's the best thing, and that's the way I go about in life. Skills can be taught, but other skills like just being confident, communication is so important. You can't really teach that. It just comes within, and you learn a lot about that at uni. But I think that the best thing to do being a grad is just go online, look at Google. Google has so many courses you can do. LinkedIn, that's what I did. And yeah, and that's how I got here. And that's what I'd recommend other grads to do.
Yeah. And so with your role now, tell me a bit about it. What do you do at BUSCH?
So I am working in marketing for Australia and New Zealand for a company that sells industrial pumps. So, the tiny little meats that are packed at Woolies and Coles, they use our technology to pack it up so that it's free and fresh for everyone to use. I do everything with working with an external agency for Google ads and Facebook ads and LinkedIn ads. And I also work with the global team in Germany, which is really cool. So maybe I get to go to Germany to meet the team, and but there's so many different cultures that you're working with in this company. So there's companies all over the world: Germany, Spain, UK, US, and you're working with so many different people, and there's so many ideas, especially in marketing when you collaborate together. I love seeing that coming together, especially with copywriting. I think it's the bridge between everything: your Facebook, your Google, your LinkedIn. You need copy, your SEO, SEM, everything. And I think that this company is sort of like that. We all come together, have our ideas, have our own input, and say, this probably won't work, but this will work. And because I'm specifically working for Australia and New Zealand, but I give feedback to, say, the UK or Spain, and they go, oh yeah, that's really good feedback, and they give me feedback, and that's pretty much my day to day. But it's really nice. I think just coming out of uni and learning how to work with people across other cultures is so important. And yeah, it's been good. Yeah.
And so tell me, how did you find that role? And then what do you think made you stand out from other grads or other applicants going for that role?
I think that doing your research about companies is so important before you actually start working at a company. And What I did previously was I took advantage of the uni placement program. So I was placed at an agency, which was really, really great. And they offered me a full-time role. So I got a little bit of exposure to marketing, and doing a lot of social media classes helped me as well. And on the side, I would do LinkedIn courses, because all the free courses, they're not even, you don't have to pay for them, but you do learn a lot listening to podcasts and looking at other people's blogs. I think that really helps, and that set me apart from other grads. I think that wherever you get the opportunity to volunteer or do internships, it's very, very important to back your theory knowledge with your practical knowledge. So I think that really helps me land this role. And I know it's really hard being a grad, and people say you don't have a lot of experience, and that does get very hard. But at the end of the day, you just be confident and say, I can do this, and believe in yourself, and you will do it.
Great advice. And so,
Yeah.
reflecting now on your time at university, what has been some of the knowledge and skills that you learned at university that you found really, really helpful?
So like I said earlier, I'm working with people from different cultures. So it's knowing what to say, when to say, and how to approach the situation. Also, I think collaboration skills so important, very, very important. And it's not across all cultures. It could be you know, just me working with people in Australia, and you
Yeah.
know how to collaborate with people. And there's not everyone don't have a marketing mind, so you kind of have to go, how am I going to talk to this guy from logistics, how am I going to approach this guy in sales? It's very important that we all come together as a team, and I think that the group assignments kind of help me build those skills a little bit. And just communicating with people in general, my confidence level just with doing group assignments and video presentations was so important for me, because in this day and age we're doing everything online. Like, we're doing presentations online, we're doing meetings, we're doing seminars, we're doing webinars. It's so important to develop those skills and say, this is how I want to be on camera. It's so important, because I think what I really struggle with sometimes when I'm video conferencing with people is not getting cues, like not the same cues that you would get as you were working with them in person. But uni has helped me develop those skills, just to like those cues to go, yep, I know what to say when, I know how to present myself. And yeah, I think that's very important. Look, Karen, honestly, I did not like the group assignments. I would never like them, but only now do I realize how important it actually is for everybody, and how important it was to me. I was building
And
up skills I didn't even know. Yeah.
yeah, and I have to say that's actually been a common theme in these interviews is
Yeah.
my guests saying that, yeah, group assignments weren't overly fun, but they now, like, they're so glad they did them. So
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Especially when you get paired up with someone you don't really know. But I guess that's what happens in the workplace. You don't really know this person personally, but you have
yeah,
to work with them anyway. So yeah.
so true. And so now on the flip side of that, reflecting on your time at university compared with what you're doing now, what has been some knowledge and skills that you wish you'd learned at university that you have needed and you've had to really upskill since you've been out working?
I think being at university, something I really struggled with was getting into the digital marketing side of things. I think
Yeah.
that everything is online at the moment, and I wish we kind of learned how to, go run Google ads or even Facebook ads. Because in hindsight, yes, I could go online and look at it and go, "Yep, I know how to do this," but it's pretty much self-learning. Like, I would like to hear from you. What are your thoughts on doing that? And I kind of wish we touched on that a little bit more at uni. But other than that, everything that I have learned, starting from year 1 to year 3, I have enjoyed every moment of it. That was just a little bit extra that I thought, yeah, maybe if I learned this at uni, I could do this better. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, Karen, you can just teach yourself these skills. They're not hard. Uni has laid the groundwork for me to help me learn these skills. So it wasn't that hard to pick up.
Oh, good. And now that has been common as well, common piece of
Yeah.
feedback. And so now we actually have an interactive advertising minor. And so as part of that, it doesn't go. I can't speak because I haven't seen all the material, but it does cover digital advertising and other sort of digital marketing in that way. So Yeah, just a few courses because it was lacking. It wasn't in line with what's
Yes.
happening. So yeah,
Yes.
so there's been some movement in that area. I'm pleased
I
to
agree.
announce.
And I think that we do need a change because the whole world shifted for about 2 years and we're all online now. So definitely. And especially in terms of marketing, we need to keep up to date. I think that's so important. Look at social media trends, even if you're just looking at it. Like is TikTok going to be the next big thing? Is Be Real going to be the next big thing? Like we don't know. And Chat GPT is coming up. So it's always good to keep up to date. So I get where that comes from, but I think that being up to date with social media trends so important, so
Oh,
important.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so speaking of social media, so you do work with it as part of your role, and so
Mhm.
because it changes all the time, as you just said. So what's
Yes.
been something you've learned or something you found out in the last couple of weeks that you found super interesting in relation to social media?
Look, I work for a company that is mainly business to business.
Mhm.
So LinkedIn ads it's eye-opening, but it's so much more than just looking for jobs now. It's the
Yeah.
way of converting your product into sales. Like there's so much you can do. You can target a person specifically. I think that's awesome. It's not like Google where you can you do broad targeting at all. LinkedIn ads lets you specifically target your target market, and I think that's absolutely amazing. Like we need that. How business to business people going to talk to each other? Like Facebook's really broad, Google's really broad, sorry, and Facebook, you don't really know if your business is on Facebook or if it's not, but
Mm.
everyone's on LinkedIn nowadays. So get get on there, network with people. Like you don't know when an opportunity will come up.
Oh,
Yeah.
you preach it to the choir. Like I love like LinkedIn's been amazing. Like just the connections that you make,
Mhm.
and it's the appropriate place. I think when you go to say a networking event or an industry event, then you connect there. I think that's really good, and just the amount of opportunities that for me anyway that come through LinkedIn is just amazing. You get a lot of people trying to sell to you in the DMs, but apart from that,
Yes,
people,
totally.
but the actual, but I also get opportunities, which is they're the good things.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, and you can always keep in touch with your past co-workers. Like
Yeah,
that's awesome. We can always
yeah,
refer you for something else that you're working on this really cool project and you've worked with a designer in the past and you're like, I really liked your work. Like let me talk to them and let me see
yeah,
what opportunities. Like I think that us as marketers need to help build up other people. Like if I
yeah,
have an opportunity, I'll be like, hey Karen, like this is what's come up. Let's hire a grad. And I'm very big on hiring grads. I love them. They have so many fresh and new ideas, and it's not something like I don't mean to say boring, but it's fresh, it's new, it's exciting. You kind
yeah,
of you see that excitement, and you're like, yes, I want to do this. Let's try this. And I think
yeah,
that's what we need in marketing now. So yeah,
absolutely. And
yeah.
and do you agree? When you're at university, did you connect with the people you were studying with as well?
Yes, I did. Well, it was hard for the 2 years because of COVID, but when we all went back, I did connect with a lot of people. I know we had a couple classes where we had to connect with each other, and it's nice to see that your peers are doing really well. So you go, yay, someone started a new job. So it's awesome. Like another win for us. Like we're doing great. So yeah, I have.
Good. And so now, well, thinking about the people who are still studying and they're emerging as professionals, some it's their final semester, some are actually going to graduate next month. So,
Yeah.
thinking about those people, what advice would you give them about how to succeed in their career?
I think the most important thing to know is you're going to fall down, but it's how you bring yourself back up. I know that on the Sunshine Coast or wherever you go, even Melbourne, you meet people and you've not had a first good impression with them, but that doesn't matter. Your skills need to really show, like how you're going to build yourself up, what skills are you going to learn, what courses are you going to do, and it doesn't have to be uni courses. Like how are you going to like you could just go online and go on Canva and create a poster and go and put it on your digital portfolio and go, this is the poster that I created. I think being proactive is the best thing to do as
Mm,
emerging grads.
yeah,
Go out there, even if you think that you don't have enough experience for a job, do it anyway, because you don't know what could happen. You could learn the job, but you can't really learn skills. Like I live by that. I live by just being confident and believing that you can do it, and you just do it, and then you go, oh, like I'm so glad I took this opportunity. It's time to seize every opportunity. Don't never back down. That's
and you just don't know where it's going to take you. Like, it's amazing sometimes when you take something, you think, I don't even know what this is, and then you learn so much, or you meet someone who then takes you somewhere else, and you just don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I think, and that's the way that I'm really lucky that I have had the ability to get this job, and I hope that it happens to everybody else. But you just have to be confident. You just have to say, yes, I can do it, believe in yourself, and then you will do it. Like, there's no two ways about it. So
and I think too, like, because I remember, like, you wouldn't believe it, but I was very sort of shy and unconfident when I was. Oh, I was, and so I just sort of made myself do it, and it didn't feel comfortable, but after a while it just becomes second nature, and it just grows, and you do become confident. So so I totally get what you're saying.
Well, look, Karen, we all have to start somewhere. Everyone, even Neil Patel had to start somewhere. So I mean, just go for it. Like, what's going to happen? The worst case is it doesn't work out. So what? They're like 20 million opportunities out there for grads. That's
so true. So now we've come to the most important question of the whole show: is who do you like, share, and follow?
Well, I love Neil Patel. I listen to his podcast all the time. I think he has a lot to share. He's up to date with all the marketing trends. But I would recommend listening to his podcast. It's very easy, very basic. They talk about Google advertising and Facebook advertising and what's shifting in the marketing world. And it's only 20 minutes. I love the guy. He has so much knowledge to share. And so, I like, share, follow him a lot. And I've read your book, Karen. So well, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm literally talking to Karen right now. I'm like, gotta say I've read her book. So but so it's like, and I think to just retain as much as knowledge you can from other people. When you go to jobs, not everyone's going to teach you. You have to take that responsibility onto yourself to go, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can learn this. Yes, I can do this. So and that's what I get from his podcast. Like, we're learning something new every day, even the most experienced marketers and even the grads. So
Excellent. Well, thank you. So we've come to the end now of episode 95. Do you have any final words of wisdom to share?
I just want to say it's going to get hard, but then it gets better. People are going to tell new grads that you don't have enough experience. You get your own experience. You volunteer, you go to internships, you do your courses, you reach out to people to help you, and you will get there. That's all I have to say.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Celina. And we've got another episode actually on Wednesday. I'm sort of packing them in. So episode 96 will feature Sophie Lorenz, who's a marketing manager at the Sheraton Grand Mirage Resort on the Gold Coast. So, so thank you, Celina, and enjoy Melbourne.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on your show. It's been great.
It's a pleasure.